Welcome to AG Chelsea TV. In today's video we'll start with Mauricio Pochettino, not happy at Chelsea. Mauricio Pochettino is unhappy and frustrated at Chelsea due to a lack of involvement in decision-making at the club. According to Alan Brazil, the former Tottenham manager has experienced a backlash from Chelsea fans recently, with some calling for Jose Mourinho's return during the 2-2 draw with Brentford last weekend. Pochettino gave an eyebrow-raising reply when asked about the fans' thoughts ahead of the game against Newcastle on Monday night. And Brazil thinks it hints at the deep running problems inside the club. "I don't think Mauricio Pochettino is happy at Chelsea," the former Scotland international told TalkSport Bet. "I don't think he has had any say behind the scenes. I think he's frustrated by a lack of involvement. He wants players out and wants new players in, his own type of players." Rising striker perfect for Chelsea's youth-led project. Ben Jacobs today has a report with Give Me Sport which claims that RB Leipzig striker Benjamin Sesko is in our sights ahead of a potential summer move for a striker. He's been mentioned many times, but has always felt like he's behind more established options like Ivan Toney and Victor Osimhen on our shortlist as we look to finally cure our deadly goal aversion. Jacobs sees him coming more and more into the picture. However, Sesko I think is very interesting, and it wouldn't surprise me if he ticks boxes for Chelsea and their youth-led project. As time goes by, our chances of landing Osimhen seem to grow slimmer and slimmer, and our chances of signing Sesko seem to get more likely. As Jacobs says, he fits better into our current model of signing young players, plus of course there's the very real chance that Osimhen simply has bigger, better options elsewhere, with Chelsea not able to compete financially or footballistically at the very top right now. Chelsea made an offer to hire Girona Michel. According to AS, the Blues have put an offer on the table for Girona manager Michel to take over the work of Mauricio Pochettino. It has been widely reported that there is a serious amount of pressure on the shoulders of Pochettino, after a string of poor results and performances have left them in the bottom half of the table. Reports have also stated that there are members of the board who have begun to do due diligence on a number of potential replacements. It has been claimed that there are candidates being considered from both the Premier League and beyond to potentially come in if the Argentine is sacked. Now, reports have suggested that one candidate has now had an offer made to him to take over at Stamford Bridge. They have claimed that Girona boss Michel has an offer on the table, following his sensational season so far over in Spain. Man City did not sign Chelsea target. AC Milan forward Rafael Leão is a player of interest to Chelsea, according to HITC. However, there had been rumours about City also being keen and readying a huge €150 million bid for the 24-year-old, which Fabrizio Romano has now dismissed. The transfer expert has claimed in a column for Court Offside that no talks are taking place, and that a €150 million offer is not being prepared for his signature. It is good news for Chelsea, though it looks like they could still find it difficult to lure him to Stamford Bridge this summer. Leão recently stated that his future is at Milan in a blow to potential suitors. City, for now, are one problem Chelsea do not have to worry about if they are planning to make a move for Leão this summer. Again, the player's current stance still makes a move to Stamford Bridge unlikely, but if the Blues could somehow get a deal done for him, he would be an incredible acquisition. Chelsea's £90 million loss could end Victor Osimhen pursuit. Chelsea made a pre-tax loss of £90.1 million for the 12-month period ending on the 30th of June, 2023, as reported by The Athletic. It looks like that could now affect their transfer plans for the summer, with the Daily Mirror claiming that the club could be prepared to miss out on Napoli's Victor Osimhen to ensure that they comply with the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules. Following that £90 million loss, Osimhen has been heavily linked with a move to Stamford Bridge, but the above could make a transfer difficult it seems. The 25-year-old has been in fine form of late, recently scoring a hat-trick against Sassuolo, and was hailed as a world-class striker by AS Monaco's Folarin Balogun last October. Chelsea's latest financial figures suggest that there is not going to be another summer of heavy spending, or at least not without sacrificing several players. It is bad news for any Chelsea fan who is hoping to see Osimhen arrive at Stamford Bridge in the next transfer window. Poch must start Chukwuemeka versus Newcastle. Mauricio Pochettino will likely already know exactly who he is going to start for tonight's Premier League match at Stamford Bridge. He has had 9 days now since the last Chelsea game, when they struggled albeit battled to a point in the London derby against Brentford. Pochettino elected to try a new system that day, with the side operating in a back three with Axel Disasi, Trevoh Chalobah and Levi Colwill. The latter has now been added to a list of players who are suffering with injuries that continues to get bigger every single week. In his pre-match press conference, The manager also admitted he may not be able to select one of the players he has relied upon the most so far this season. Conor Gallagher has been arguably the coach's favourite player to call upon this season, with him frequently donning the captain's armband in the absence of Reece James and Ben Chilwell. However, Pochettino admitted that he was suffering with illness and could be a struggle to start in West London, with the position likely to be the one ahead of Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo. It feels as if there is a clear option to replace him if he is fit to feature. Carney Chukwuemeka began the season as a starter for Chelsea and scored his first goal for the club in their second game against West Ham. However, a serious injury that immediately followed saw him miss the majority of the rest of the campaign. He has yet to start a game since August. Any showings this year have only come from the bench, with him beginning to build his fitness back up. Tonight looks the first opportunity for him to start a game again, and prove to everyone that the £20 million fee they paid for him was by no means excessive. Chelsea need to sign Antonee Robinson. Mauricio Pochettino confirmed in his pre-match press conference yesterday that Ben Chilwell has picked up another injury. "We need to wait until he sees the specialist," Pochettino told Football.London and the rest of the English media. "I cannot go in advance. I hope it's not a big issue, but after 8 or 9 months here at the club, I prefer to wait." Marc Cucurella now looks likely to start against Newcastle United on Monday if he is fit, but with the Spaniard's future in doubt, Chelsea's left-back situation does not look good at the moment. According to Fabrizio Romano, his place in the squad next season is not 100% guaranteed. Amid the Blues' left-back crisis, they have been linked with Fulham's Antonee Robinson, a player who they may very well need to sign now. He is of interest to them, a report from GiveMeSport claims, and could cost £35 million, the same outlet has suggested. At this stage, Chelsea have to bring in Robinson or someone else who can play on the left side of defence. In an ideal world, Ian Maatsen would return from his loan spell at Borussia Dortmund and stay put. That fixes the problem and saves Chelsea a lot of money. However, Pochettino never fancied Maatsen, handing the 21-year-old just one start in the Premier League this season, while the club seemed more than happy to get rid of him. Before leaving Stamford Bridge, he signed a new contract with a £35 million release clause. That getting triggered means Chelsea would have to sign someone like Robinson if they do decide they need a new left-back. The USA international ticks a lot of boxes. He has Premier League experience, the pace to play at fullback, and is great at winning the ball back. And that's the final content of today's video. Like, subscribe to support AG Chelsea TV.